Hi there, I'm Ellie from Smart Apps for Kids, and I'm going to show you a demo of what this app looks like on the inside. When you've seen enough, click this icon to subscribe to our channel. We get to have a unicorn party for every 100 new subscribers we get. Here we go. Welcome to Tales Untold. We're going to have a look today in each of these very intriguing looking tales down here. Now, let me see. Where shall I start? Well, each of them give you a peek into what you're going to look at, and then you can buy the whole series. So let's have a look at The Trouble with Wishes. And this is season 1 with the forest for the trees. And we're currently on episode 1 of 10, To the Mountains. What happens when 5 children discover a begrudgingly friendly forest gnome? They might be better off not knowing. So if I tap here.
But it never was. Until they reached the
Now,
very
it's actually going
top
from
of
where
the
I
hill.
went because I've had a quick listen. So I'll start from the beginning.
The trouble with wishes are that wishes may be trouble. You might wish for one thing, but you end up getting double. The trouble with wishes are they're such a tricky thing. So be careful what you wish for and the trouble it may bring.
The house was 2 miles from the nearest paved road, but after going only 10 feet along the dusty trail, the children started poking their heads out of the car windows asking, "Are we there yet?" And every time they passed a house, which wasn't very often, they all said, "Is this it?" But it never was. Until they reached the very top of the hill, just past the pond but before you come to the forest. And then there it was. A greenhouse with a wild green garden and the woods right behind it. And their mom said, "Here we are."
Oh, okay, I'm going to press pause because I want to show you all the features here. So you can skip forward, you can skip backwards, you can go all the way back to the beginning. You can see down the bottom here how much time we have yet to go and how much time has elapsed. And over here on this side, it shows you all of the different episodes. And at the moment, only number 1 is unlocked. But we can also favourite it by clicking the little heart up in the top corner. Let's go back. And each of these are in the same format. So the first episode is unlocked. So you've got a lot of listening you can do even without having to pay any money. But I've unlocked all of Radbert. So let's go to Radbert. And let's
Then
send
you'll
it back
be
to the beginning
sorry
as
you
well.
ever met-
Back, Radbert.
It's Radbert. Aw, good job, Radbert.
There once was a little monster whose name was Radbert. Radbert had big monster paws with long, sharp claws. He had piercing black eyes and long, sharp teeth that shined when he got mad and roared. His tail was long and skinny with a big fuzzy ball on the end, and it dragged on the ground behind him when he chased his sister around the house. Now, sometimes, if you were just going by the things that he did and said and the trouble he got himself into, you might think he was just a regular old human boy. But don't be fooled. He was a true monster. And Radbert wanted very much to be the most terriblest, evilest, up-to-no-goodest little monster that ever existed. He knew that his main purpose in life was to be bad. He wanted nothing more than for people to be so scared of him that they would run away screaming as fast as their human legs could carry them. The problem was, Radbert was terrible at being terrible. No matter how hard Radbert tried to do monster things, he always messed up. Instead of people being upset with Radbert, they would be pleased with what he did. "Oh, Radbert," people would say, "you're such a sweet and helpful little guy."
Oh, poor Radbert. I've just paused Radbert. So we can go over to the side here and let's have a look at another one of the episodes.
It's Radbert. Good job, Radbert.
One day, an unusually cold and wet day for spring, it was raining so hard that school was canceled. It had been windy and raining for days, so much that the streets in town were flooded and it wasn't safe to go out anywhere. When Mom read out loud the email announcing that Mead's Little Monster Academy would be closed for the day, it was music to Radbert's ears. Our dearest monster families, we regretfully inform you that our wonderful school is currently underwater. As you know, we welcome many forms of monster mayhem here at Mead's Little Monster Academy, but there is perhaps nothing worse than a room full of damp, smelly little monsters. Therefore, there will be no school today.
I agree. Okay, so we've got all of these episodes. It's a bit reminiscent of the old days for me when you could listen to a story episode on the radio. Let's go back. Of course, iPads are so much more awesome than the radio. Now, there are 5 currently available under Tales Untold, and all of them are non-fiction. All of them are fiction, except for A Little About a Lot, which is a variety of non-fiction topics from science to biology to historical events. So if I tap this one...
Non-fiction series.
Let's go back.
Hi, and welcome to A Little About a Lot. Before we get started with the episodes, I just wanted to give a quick message to the parents listening in about what we're trying to do with A Little About a Lot and how you can help shape it. There's a couple driving forces behind why we wanted to do this new non-fiction series. The first is that we think it would be really fun to introduce kids to a variety of things they've never heard of, whether that means a historical event or an important person, or even an abstract concept like evolution. We see it as an opportunity to get kids thinking about the larger world around them, and in some cases, maybe even a little bit of a refresher course for you while you're listening in.
Okay, I'm just going to pause for a minute and tap out the pull-out column down the side, and you can see the different non-fiction topics that we have down the side here. So there's a lot in here to explore. I love the premise of this because there's nothing better than having a story told to you. It's not overly stimulating, so it's really, really good for quiet time or wind down before bedtime. Like I said, there's nothing I like more than having a story read to me. So this is absolutely perfect for that. Now don't go without clicking on our Smart Apps for Kids links for great reviews, free apps every single day, and the best giveaways.